everybody. I'm here today with Dr. John Mike House, and he is a wonderful holistic doctor and of alternative medicine and oriental medicine, and with 20 plus years of practice and experience. And it was funny because we met Mike during our challenge in one of Tony Robbins' Facebook groups. And it was an informal way of getting to know him because I posted my question on how to treat acne alternatively. And this was because I didn't have a very good experience with my daughter's dermatologist. She recommended a protocol with very harsh creams. This is not the space to mention them, but they didn't sit well on my daughter, and plus other prescription drugs. And that kept her sick, literally sick to her stomach for a week. And this painful situation that even kept her from going to work, her summer job, made me ask in this group the question. And Dr. House was one of the people, medical doctors or practitioners, health and wellness experts, that got back to me with a protocol that keeps the skin healthy and clear of acne. So Dr. House, could you start with your protocol? What would you recommend to parents like me, moms that are worried about these treatments? How else can we approach acne?
I'd first like to thank you for having me on your show. And I'm excited to teach people because it's very simple once you learn what's going on. This is 5,000-year-old Oriental medicine, so it's been proven over the test of time that it actually works. I mean, let's give modern medicine 100 years.
Exactly.
So we're still guinea pigs to this stuff. So the first thing you got to know is the reason why people's skin looks bad is because of their liver. And it's called damp heat in your liver. Your liver is a filter. And like with any type of filters, we clean these filters. We have air filters and water filters and filters for our cars, and we clean these all the time. We were never taught to clean our liver. And so what happens is our liver gets hot and toxic, and that's where the heat comes from. And it gets so filled up with toxins that it can't filter anymore. So the toxins come through the skin as in acne, psoriasis, comes through as eczema. And so they call it damp heat because the dampness is the mucus forming foods that I sent you a list of. Unfortunately, there's all types.
We will include in the description, whoever wants that list, we will have it on PDF and they will be able to download it.
So, yeah, so there's all types of foods. We're never taught how to eat in America. We just learned from our grandparents who taught our parents, and they say it's genetics, but it's not genetics, because in Oriental medicine, they say that we're never supposed to be sick and we're never supposed to have any allergies, food or environmental. It's just we don't know how to deal with today's modern society. So the way you want to detox your liver is you want to get some milk thistle, and there's different types of milk thistle. I like the Swanson brand myself because it's 500 milligrams per capsule, and you need to take 1,500 milligrams an hour before bed with food. And the reason why is because the liver hours are 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. So the milk thistle needs to be in your body at this point in time. Now, people will say, what about the milk thistle with the dandelion or the golden seal? And I like just milk thistle myself because what happens if you're allergic to one of those other herbs, then you got to do process of elimination. And over the 25 years of me giving this advice, I've never had anyone allergic to milk thistle. It's kind of funny because the milk is mucus forming, and milk thistle actually helps the mucus forming damp heat. So you need to take that for at least 3 months and then you take a month off. And then if you're not on any type of pharmaceutical drugs, then you would do one bottle every 6 months. But let's say you're on some pharmaceutical drugs or even over-the-counter drugs, then you're going to stay on it for 6 months and take a month off every 6 months, because we're just toxic sponges to the toxins today. It's unreal, really is.
Well, you mentioned also milk, and it, it it seems that there has to be like an elimination kind of diet together
Mm.
with this protocol, in the sense that there are certain foods that you listed that our adolescents, our teenagers should stay away from, right?
Yeah.
So
So
they
anything
drink this
that's
at night. They drink this at night, but they don't go to McDonald's the following day and eat a
Mhm.
bunch of French fries and other things that are full of chemicals.
Yes. So the mucus forming foods or anything that's creamy or milky, you want to stay away from. We're the only country that drinks another mammal's milk. We're the only country ever to be weaned off of milk and go back to milk. Not only that, they are injecting cows with hormones to get more milk. The cows eat herbicides, pesticides, fungicides.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to be asthmatic and I used to have allergies. I was allergic to cats, dogs, horses. I'd get hay fever every year. And I'm from Maryland. So my parents took me to Johns Hopkins University Hospital and they ran 2 hours of tests. And after these 2 hours of tests, all they did was give me this little inhaler. You've seen those little inhalers
Yes,
before?
yes, full of corticoids that destroy
Yeah.
the cell membranes.
It was unreal. I was so young, but at this point in time in my life, I was drinking a gallon of milk a week. I was having cereal with milk in the morning. I was having yogurt. I was having bananas during the day with cheese, and I was having mayonnaise on my sandwiches, and I was having ice cream at night. Well, if this creates mucus in my lungs, you would have thought that these experts would have told me to stay away from it. When I
Yeah,
went to holistic medical school 30 years ago, they told me about this mucus forming products. I got off it. I haven't had an asthma attack in 25 years. Now they say you can't cure asthma, but that's a cure in my book. And I'm
yes,
not allergic to anything anymore. Look at the kids allergic to everything these days.
yes,
It's because your lungs in Chinese medicine rule your immune system. And what happens is your lungs like cardiovascular exercise and water. They don't like mucousy foods. They don't like air irritants like dander, dust, pollen. Like for instance, when you shower in tap water, the tap water's got more chlorine in it than you're allowed to swim in your pool, and that chlorine turns into a gas.
yes,
So the air inside your house is worse than outside your house. So
yes.
you start to see where we're starting to get all these chemicals and toxins, not only from the foods we eat, but the water we drink and the air we breathe. And
Well,
not
not
only that,
for us, not for us. We live in a town and we have well water. And then my
mhm,
husband installed iron filters. And so we drink very, very good quality
yeah,
water. So good air, good water, good food, stay
yeah,
away from mucus producing foods
and
and
drinks.
drinks, exactly. And this will account for 80% of your allergies and also other diseases, because
Well,
now we enter the fall, which is an allergic season supposedly, and then the winter and more viruses coming. So we really want to be proactive and helping our immune system, right?
yes. So another thing you want to do is you need to flush the mucus. So you need to drink 3/4 of your body weight in ounces of filtered water a day. And
Yeah.
that will thin the mucus out and that will clear it out of your body. There's also, you could do, there you go. Have you ever seen, it's called a ionic foot bath detox? You ever seen one of those?
No, no,
So
that's
you
the
you
first
stick
time.
your feet in this water, and it's got this belt you put on, an infrared belt you put over your liver, and then it's got this little cuff you stick on your hands, and it's got this ionic filter you stick down in the water, and it sucks the toxins out of your body through your feet because the feet have more pores than any other part of your body, and your
Yes,
skin is semi-permeable. So you can
yes,
find these type of ionic foot detoxes pretty much anywhere. I always send people to Amazon to get them.
Oh,
And
I love this protocol. I love.
yeah,
We will
I'll
write.
send
We
you the
will include
information
everything
on
in
it.
my ebook.
Yeah. And so what I tell people to do is when you first get it, you want to do it every day for a couple weeks. And then I do it once a week for the rest of your life. And it's really simple. I do it every Sunday.
Yeah.
And the different colors of the water tells you what it's pulling out of your body. It pulls heavy metals, it pulls the yeast, it pulls the mucus, it cleans your liver, cleans your lymphatic system. It truly is a marvelous detox way to have a protocol that's something simple.
That is so awesome. And I have noticed most women, for instance, like me, middle-aged women, we always have a belly. We
Mhm.
don't have fat arms or legs. It's always in the midsection. And it's inflammation. Many times it's
Yes.
inflammation. And if you implement a protocol like this, then you become, you have a flat tummy. And how
Yeah.
wonderful is that? Right?
Well, I have a huge following of Amish people that come see me every year because they don't have insurance, so they like going holistically.
Yeah.
And they are like horse and buggy type people, so they
Yes,
have no electricity.
wise people.
Yeah, they have no electricity, they have no cars, so they work twice as hard as the average person, but they're some of the fattest people on this earth. It's because of all the dairy they do. And
Yes,
it's unreal. And they always say, well, I'm a dairy farmer.
yeah,
My father raises cattle here in Florida. He's got a 10,000 acre ranch and he doesn't eat red meat anymore.
yes.
So,
Well, I'm Argentine, so it's hard for me to stay away from red meat.
yes, it
I
is.
can I stay away from all dairy. I don't have
Uh-huh.
any dairy products. However, I live in Wisconsin, and this is the dairy land. So we
Yes.
have so many farms, and the cheese is just awesome. So
Yeah.
it's I haven't met one farmer that is thin in
Yeah.
Wisconsin. Not even
Yeah.
one.
But it's not only cow's milk, it's almond milk, it's rice milk, it's soy milk, it's any type of milk. Now you can have coconut water, but not coconut milk.
Yes, I stay away from all soy because for us women, it messes up with our estrogen as well.
Yes.
So, okay, Dr. House. So, just to wrap up our video, because it was packed with information that we will detail later on. I'm including all of this in an ebook that I will distribute for free, just to educate people. There are different types of detoxification because the skin is our largest organ, right?
Yes.
And it shows signs, like you mentioned at the beginning, eczema, acne, rosacea, I sometimes have.
Rosacea.
And those are ways that our skin is raising a flag. There's something wrong going in the inside. And what
Yeah.
dermatologists sometimes do is let's put topical. Let's treat it topically, or let's suppress the hormonal revolution that goes on
Yes.
in the teenage years, and then everything will calm down. And we know that that is not true, right?
Well, once again, it's because of the liver being toxic. So they give you drugs and it's only making the liver more toxic.
Yes. And
Not only that,
sugar.
the liver has the emotion, anger, and depression. And if you see recovering drug addicts or alcoholics, they go between anger and depression. And that's why people who are depressed, who are on drugs, never get better because the root problem is the liver.
Exactly.
So, I mean, we'll do a couple of different things, and because each organ has its own emotion, and I can teach you how to, what you have to do with each organ, and the root causes of different diseases, because we want you to prevent disease. That's
Yeah,
the best way to, for the cure for cancer or heart diseases. 85% of them can be prevented.
exactly. Well, this is so interesting. I think that people will get hooked to this series. We can put together a series, how to detox each organ. I also have every morning, first thing in the morning, I have lemon water.
Oh
I
yes,
squeeze a whole lemon in my water bottle here, okay? and I drink it first thing before I have my breakfast. And I believe that that is also good for the liver, don't you think?
Yes, very good. Now the thing is you're not supposed to drink when you eat. So you don't want to drink 15 minutes
Yes,
before or 15 minutes after because you dilute your stomach acid.
yes,
And your stomach acid is what breaks down the food into liquid that pass to the intestines
yes,
to get the nutrients. Not only that, mucousy foods coat the stomach acid.
yes.
So you got to, really be careful when you eat.
I have that completely internalized and completely adopted. I don't drink when I eat. I don't drink fruit as dessert because it ferments in my stomach.
Exactly.
I
Yep.
eat fruit on an empty tummy. So there's
Yes.
so many little
Yep.
tips that we can start teaching and put together in not just an ebook, but also in a course. So I appreciate so much your input today. And this is all that we will cover for acne. And we will have some other sessions later on. Okay, Dr. House?
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
I look
you.
forward to teaching everyone.
Thank you for being with us on Healing Naturally. And stay tuned for our next chapter. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.